When you first recommended Voicemails for Issabell by Leah McKendrick, I nearly brushed it off. The title made it sound like a generic, run-of-the-mill comedy genre that rarely captures my interest. But I decided to trust your judgment, and I am so glad I did. Over the course of 2 hours, I found myself completely swept away, crying no less than 5 times. It is a brilliant, emotional roller coaster that balances grief, laughter, and romance so beautifully that I have to give it a solid 9.5 out of 10. The film strikes a delicate, profound balance between mourning and moving on. At its heart is Jill, a wonderfully complex protagonist. She is incredibly bubbly and full of life, yet she carries the memory of Issabell with her in every single frame. Her journey toward healing is deeply moving, watching her summon the courage to leave a toxic environment and start her own business while choosing a name that honors Issabell was incredibly heartwarming. Then there is Wes, a character I found deeply relatable. The romance between them is pure magic. I loved how he genuinely admired Jill's laugh, a detail that resonated with me because of how much I admire smiles. The yearning in this movie is palpable, especially during a scene featuring Taylor Swift's lyrics, "Please don't ever become a stranger," whose laugh I could recognize anywhere. When Wes eventually calls Issabell's voicemail himself, demonstrating how deeply he respects and embraces Jill's grief, my heart completely melted. Visually, the cinematography is stunning, culminating in a gorgeous final kiss where the sunrays hit them perfectly. The baking sequences were also a personal comfort, having once wanted to be a pastry chef myself. Watching those scenes felt like a warm hug, and I even learned what a kumquat is. That is not to say the movie is entirely flawless. Jill's romantic detour before Wes felt a bit excessive for someone claiming to be on a dating detox. She certainly did a lot of making out. Some of the temporary suitors, like the annoying podcast guy, the ear-worthy baker, and the genuinely stupid chef, which had me laughing my ass off, felt entirely unnecessary. However, the rest of the supporting cast, like Felix and the couple Andy and Brenny, more than made up for it. Ultimately, Voicemails for Issabell is a beautifully crafted story that somehow makes room for both deep sorrow and lighthearted joy. It is a movie that makes you feel deeply, to the point where it even made me miss my annoying brother. Thank you for pushing me to watch this. It has officially transcended being just a film. It is now one of my absolute favorite cinematic fantasies.